continue.
Sorry for your loss. Sorry, sorry, this time I won't show up. Sorry, sorry, no one's ever good enough. Sorry, sorry, I'm not sorry for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Selopod. We're on our 5th episode today with Erik Asatrian,
Salut.
who is my assistant slash co-producer, Zara's brother. My friend Zara's brother, if she prefers. Again, thank you for Zara for being behind the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, bro.
And thank you, Erik, for being with me today.
Thank you.
How do you feel? In life, not by being here.
Oh. Good.
You good?
Yeah.
How's life at the moment?
It's a bit all over the place,
Okay,
but when is it not?
that's true. So, for people who don't know you, how would you like present yourself?
I.
If not, I can help because I read a bio of you.
Oh no.
It's
Let's not go with the bio.
okay.
It has some fancy stuff.
In your words, who is Erik Asatrian?
I am a very chill person. I like nature.
More like musically.
I like sounds,
Okay.
specifically electronic sounds. I play jazz,
Yeah.
pop, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'd say pianist, producer.
yes, that's a good way of
Yeah.
putting it, I guess.
I saw somewhere that you wrote interested in weird sounds. So that's another.
Very interested.
Very interested in weird
Very
sounds.
interested in very weird sounds.
What would you describe as a very weird sound?
A sound which you can play only one note with, otherwise it gets too chaotic
Okay.
because it's so much information built
Yeah.
into it. Yeah, just like those.
That's nice. And so, for people who don't know, you started out as a pianist.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess I should.
Yeah,
make
start of like
a
the
little bit-
beginnings of the
okay,
story.
Okay. So I wanted to be a bit too weird. Anyways, so I come from a musical family.
Yeah.
Like my sister does too. Hola. And yeah, we have been raised with a lot of music around us.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, kind of was, pushed into the direction of classical music because it's a good foundation.
Yeah.
So I did that for a while, classical piano.
Did you do piano just because your dad does piano, or like, how was the decision to start with
The
piano?
decision, I mean, in the beginning, they were like, hey, if you want to make music, we can help you with that. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, sure. I don't really recall what the initial motivation was, really. It just happened to be like that.
Mm.
The one instrument I actually chose back then was drums.
Okay.
It
Makes
might-
sense, honestly, with what you do.
Yeah, it might. I wanted to say it might make sense to
Nah,
when
okay.
what happens now, the link, and yeah, so drums and classical piano. To be
Okay.
honest. And from there on, through high school, I did that. I mean, I stopped drums at some point because classical piano took over. It was way too much to handle. I think 2 instruments.
Mm.
And yeah, after a time, I found electronic music
Yeah.
I-
Around what age did you find?
around the age where I started playing a lot of Call of Duty.
Okay.
That's around 15, 16, because I was watching a lot of Call of Duty montages.
Okay. And there were electronic music
Yes.
on the montages.
And I'm like, wow, these are so cool.
Oh, wow.
And then I kind of made the connection where, hey, how is this music being made?
Okay.
And so I found GarageBand. And yeah, I just started doing weird stuff.
Okay. Did you do your own Call of Duty
Oh yeah,
edits?
hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell
Can
yeah.
can you send me some, like, if you have any like old edits you've done?
Yeah, I mean there might be one on Facebook. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I would love to put that.
It's very like it's the visuals are just amazing.
Okay.
So if any of you needs an editor,
Yeah. Okay.
holla at me.
Call your boy. Okay, but so in GarageBand you started making just like how did you learn how to make? You just started making, like, you just listened or you watched tutorials?
A lot of hours in front of YouTube. A lot of. Funnily enough, I was really bad at English back then,
Okay.
and through watching all of YouTube's tutorials,
Yeah.
I just became good in English,
Okay.
and that really helped with school too. So
Were
why
there
not?
people you watched specifically, like, that you like learned through?
in the beginning, it was more like how to make Skrillex type noises.
So Skrillex was one of the people that you were
In the
like,
beginning, yeah, for sure, he was dope. I mean, there were so many guys I watched. One guy specifically, he was like older guy, and like also video game guy, and was
Okay.
streaming on Twitch, and I would just watch everything he does.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I
But that's
soaked
nice.
up the information. Obsession.
And did you ever think that that was going to be what you do, or were you just doing it for fun? Like, it was just a thing you do in your bedroom? Or did you, like, from the start, you were like, I'm in love with this. This is the thing I want to do?
Honestly, I don't know when I started. I was probably not thinking too much about it, so I
Yeah.
guess it comes from a space of just experimenting and having fun with it.
Yeah.
But specifically when I then showed it to friends who were also playing Call of Duty or whatever,
They love the edits.
they were like, "Oh man, this is cool," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." And then sometimes they said, "It's cool." Sometimes they said, "This is shit." So I'm like, "Okay, I got motivated anyways," and I never really gave up.
Yeah.
That's, I think, good. Important point to make is obsession and stuff is great, but
Yeah.
you have to somehow have this blind trust.
Yeah.
Or not trust, it's fun.
You're
You
doing
just
it
do
because you like doing it.
Yeah.
And you're, yeah. Was your family, like, kind of looking at you weirdly because, like, your dad does jazz and your
Yeah.
mom does classical, and you're in your room, like, listening to Skrillex and
making
stuff?
weird
Was it like,
noises. Oh yeah.
were they like, what's he doing?
I remember when I would do like these sessions where I would like make weird ass, I mean we call them in production bass sounds.
Yeah.
It's like basically a sound which is like filled with low frequency stuff and like high frequency. It's just one sound which like completely fills the whole frequency spectrum. So I would do a lot of those sounds for a long time. And those, I mean, I'll imitate a little these type of sounds.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, transformer sounds.
Okay.
And I mean, my dad is like, okay, like he would hear those sounds from outside of my room. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad. Wait. I'll close
Yeah,
that.
his spirit. He's still not happy with me making those sounds.
So other than Skrillex, are there any other artists that you were like listening to at that time when you first discovered this kind of music?
Yes. Trying to remember the names.
Mm.
I mean, basically, a lot of the guys who I'm not actively listen to, but I still every now and then check in what they released and stuff. I mean, Skrillex, Porter Robinson, Nero, then blanking on so many names right now. Coven was a big one. Some other drum and bass guys. Avicii.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just weird noises. It was also
Yeah.
electronic music, which was
Dance
a bit more
music.
commercial.
Yeah.
I was just interested by all of those.
Yeah.
Dada Life. I remember I was checking out. Just finding. I was like, okay, if this genre doesn't work, maybe this one works.
Okay.
I would try to recreate the beats they
Yeah.
were doing.
Okay, that's a nice way to learn.
Yeah, of course. I mean, transcribing and stuff.
Yeah.
We all know the drill.
That's true. It's transcribing in a way.
Transcribe your stuff. Take your vitamins.
Drink your water.
and Yeah, that's basically,
Okay, but you said you did classical, but you also did jazz piano, no? How? Like,
Yeah.
when did you start that?
So jazz piano came actually at the end of high school, more or less, a little before, because I had like a jazz teacher. His name is Rob Bagat, cool guy. Now he's my
Shout
colleague.
out.
Shout
Ah.
out. Now he's my colleague, so it's really cool. And yeah, we had a few classes, but it wasn't like, I wasn't that interested still in it. I was just doing it, kind of. And then at some point, my dad was like, "Hey," like he listened to again one of these long ass sound sessions I was doing from my room, and came in. He's like, "Dude, this is like, you gotta do something more artsy. Like this is not art." Basically, that was his words. And back then I was like, yeah, it was hard for me to also validate what I'm doing, because it wasn't in my brain. I understood his perspective to it not being art, because he comes from an old school era.
It's such a new thing for someone who's already been doing music his whole life.
Right.
It's like, where does all this like fit into that?
Yeah.
Like, is it really music? Is it really art?
Yeah, and I remember at that time, then it was like a period where it's like, okay, I am not allowed to let myself go into that direction. So I remember I had like an iPod or something. I scratched all the electronic music from there.
Oh, wow.
I was like, really, like, I had these extreme phases, completely got rid of it. Was like, no, this is bad music. I'm not allowed to feed my brain
Oh, yeah.
this information. And I just put...
So you stopped listening to it too?
Yeah, I just put Herbie Hancock, Charlie Parker, like really only jazz.
Okay.
And I started just listening to that. Also, there was a game I was playing, FIFA. Everybody knows that. And in FIFA back then, and on the PlayStation 3, you had the ability to have a USB stick plugged in, and the music of FIFA in the background to be played from your USB stick, so you could have your custom playlist.
So you would have Herbie Hancock playing?
I would have Oscar Peters and Cedar Walton, like all of the cats shredding while I was just playing football.
That's crazy.
And so I really, in a way, it was really smart, because then I just fed myself these songs so many times. I can sing them like by heart. I don't know if you need to do it, but I did it.
Yeah. And did you enjoy doing it, or was it a thing of like, this is what music is supposed to be like? In
the beginning, I was just blind trust in what my dad was saying and stuff, and I also didn't think that I had the electronic thing didn't go anywhere where I'm like, oh, this is really like, people love it, or like it's actually something substantial to show.
Yeah.
So I just went with the jazz kind of, and it kind of soaked me in, like a lot of jazz people I see when they get stuck in this whirlwind, it just goes lower and lower. Like it's a great, like I love the music, but it, like any other genre too, if you get deeper and deeper into it, you just tend to go even deeper and even deeper and even deeper. And somehow, at some point, I caught myself being like, I just, like, I cannot enjoy simple stuff anymore.
Okay,
it has to be more complex. Also, everything
you fed all this stuff to your ears that it's always wanting stuff that's like this deep or harmonically like this
rich.
Rich. Yeah, rich is the word.
Yeah, and it was like then tough for me to connect the production again, because I let it go for so long that everything I was doing was cringe to me.
Yeah.
So then the process, because then I moved to Vienna, started studying jazz in Vienna, jazz piano. And that was a process.
So you actually stopped for a long period, like production in general?
2-3 years at least. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I was doing every now and then, but I wasn't like, obsessed with it like I was before. I was seeing guys doing production with the jazz influence way more tasteful than I was able to do at that time. So I guess that was like a little bit of a, I was a little
discouraging. Yeah.
But at some point I figured, okay, jazz is amazing, but it's also maybe not what I want to do only.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely I found myself back and took the confidence, like gathered all my confidence. No, like I guess confidence to say, okay, I want to start electronic again.
Yeah.
Because the deeper then I went into electronic music, the more I understood how much more is behind it.
Yeah, how much richer it is, just in a different way, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, and that it's an art by itself.
Yeah, but were there like stuff that you started listening to that kind of got you out of this thing, and like before you started producing again, like what? It was the guys that you said were doing like jazz, electronic that you listened to, but then for you to start it again, was it just you had enough you just wanted to get, or was there like some specific things that you were like, that I could make, like that I want to make?
Right. No, good question. I guess something which connects those two phases of mine was that I did do productions at the end of the jazz studies, which were way more chill and I guess poppy.
Yeah.
I have a good friend of mine called Jan Hauptmann. Shout out. Great singer and great songwriter from Slovenia. And we somehow linked up. I think I had made a song with some other person, and he was like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah.
And so we kind of started making more songs together, and it was, I guess if you can pair the Angelo with like electronic synths and pad sounds, that's the direction we went. And so I guess that was the crossover from the jazz phase to the production phase. But then again, quickly I figured, okay, this is not satisfying my hunger for complexity in a way, because I trained that muscle in the jazz.
Yeah.
And so I've slowly but surely found my way back into like complex sounding sounds and stuff like that.
But in the electronic
realm. So it's like with me, I always have this hunger for something which is tickling my ears.
Yeah. Okay.
In music.
But I think that is something that probably makes your sound as a producer, and that makes you like this, like it makes you special as a producer.
It does. Yeah, it does. I still have to say that right now it's still more challenging to do harmonically a lot simpler music. Like since I have the jazz background, it's still like kind of into me that I like soul and stuff like that. And it's just way easier to like I trained that muscle way more than the complex sounds where it's little going on harmonically. But I think that's also an art by itself, to be more minimal with everything. And trying to get there too.
Yeah. I feel like you've learned so much through these years. Now you're trying to kind of... I don't know if you're still like learning a lot, or are you trying to more focus on like, as you said, taking stuff back and minimalism? Like, is it like a... Or are you still like, every day you're learning like...
So, I'm not actively... I'm still actively consuming tutorials and stuff, but way more narrowed down, as in instead of going to YouTube and just watching random videos, I would now, subscribe certain people on Patreon, which I really, really dig. Yeah, okay. And consume their stuff because I like their sound and I want to understand what they do. And, there's hopefully, I hope for the rest of my life that every day I will learn something new. Because especially with the sound stuff, there's like so much. In a way I'm getting more minimal, but in a way I'm getting even more complex. Yeah. For instance, you know what a kick drum is? Yeah. Yeah. So, for instance, kick drum is a very simple element in music, but to understand how a kick drum is created synthetically, like with a synthesizer, it's a whole different story. Yeah. And there are so many flavors to it. It can be a very hard-hitting kick drum. It can be a soft-hitting kick drum. Yeah. So in a way, I'm focusing on just the kick drum. So very minimal.
Focus on the kick drum for a week, and
yes,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you drive yourself crazy? Like maybe you don't realize, but you're like obsessing over these sounds. But like as you said, one specific element, you're just like days on end obsessing over it.
Yeah, it is sometimes a bit frustrating, especially when you're not really aware of where you want to be. Like it's not like, oh, this is like, you made the sound like this, that's it. No, it's like, okay, let me just F around basically. But you just learn so much
Yeah.
doing that stuff. It's as of late, because life is life, and I'm also teaching now, and I
Yeah.
have so many other responsibilities as well, that I'm finding less and less times to just sit down and like do random stuff.
Yeah.
But I think big important part in everyone's life is to still keep moments like these,
Yeah.
because they're really important for your inner child
Yeah.
to just
To have fun. Yeah, exactly.
and then incorporate that in your adult
Because,
music stuff.
Yeah, creatively, I feel like that when you act like a child a bit, it does like influence you creatively. Like, I feel like some people do get stuck like creatively, even if they're like doing music or art, just because you see it as a job at some point. And I feel like having that time to just, as you said, fuck around, like I feel like that opens up stuff.
Yeah.
And then when you go back to kind of working, you're way more like at ease, probably, like, you know?
Yeah, for me, I especially feel that because, when I'm like in a session and I'm there to make the music initially,
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, the expectation is to make music.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something at the
You
end
have
of the
to,
set. Yeah.
to find the vibe and catch it. And the hardest part for me, I think, is to catch the vibe initially. As soon as you catch it, there's, your brain will start firing up because of years of trying out and figuring out stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, if you don't catch the vibe, you forcing yourself to go to that direction is that, it's a bit draining.
Yeah.
Instead, I would much rather focus on kick drums.
Yeah. Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I learned something.
Yeah.
I put those kick samples I made in my archive. I know
Yeah.
they're banging.
Yeah.
And you just did something technical,
Yeah.
but you
But
saved
it's
yourself
useful, yeah.
frustration. Like, frustration is also important. Like, you need to be frustrated sometimes and then have like a breakthrough moment
Yeah.
to learn what to do when you're frustrated.
Yeah, that's true.
But there,
Yeah.
if the muse doesn't hit you, just, I don't know, make snares.
Yeah,
or
makes-
fucking make synth sounds. I
But
don't know.
yeah. And then the muse will come at some point. You're not gonna be chasing it and finding it.
Yeah, there's two things. First of all, you don't be hard on yourself when it doesn't come. Secondly, always show up.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that you should never do anything like without the muse hitting you. Like, the muse will not suddenly appear when you just sit on the sofa and smoke a J or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. I should try that more often. Holla at me. But
All the dealers are gonna be texting you.
oh no,
So,
all the French.
you want a breakthrough?
Yeah, sure, hell yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
so you just need to show. I mean, who was the author? There's a famous author, Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, the staring at the blank paper is the most terrifying thing.
Yeah.
But he does it every day, and it's also a muscle you can train.
Yeah. Sometimes it's gonna be shit, and
Yeah,
you
it's a
just have to do it. Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. Either, I mean, you should show up, but you shouldn't beat yourself up if nothing happens.
Yeah.
And that's the artist's way.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about, you said about sessions and stuff, about like collaborating with people, because at what time did you actually start collaborating? Like like right now I know you collaborate with a lot of people, but how did that actually start? Like, because I do feel like it takes a bit of confidence to be like putting yourself out there and working with someone else, because you have to believe that you have stuff to offer. Like, when did you start collaborating with people, production wise?
I mean, initially I was always interested in just having vocals because I'm not singing myself.
Have you tried? Like, have you ever sang, or you were always? Like,
I did in a way. I did singing, but not in the way you would think. Like, it wasn't like melody and lyrics. Like, it wasn't singer-songwriting type.
Yeah.
I was like more do like choirs. and,
Okay.
like, just as a
Sound.
instrument.
Yeah, okay.
More or less. Because I don't know. I don't feel like this is where I would want to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to write lyrics
that,
and
yeah,
sing
yeah.
melodies. I would like to use my voice for choirs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, anyway, so I was lacking that element of a lead vocal a little bit.
But you still wanted to work with vocals, yeah?
Yeah, initially, like that's where I was like, okay, I need to contact
Yeah.
some vocalists. And since then, back then, I was studying in MOOC in Vienna, jazz. We had like a few singers around, and this one singer, her name is Eva Morena. Shout out,
Shout out.
great singer. And yeah, I just made a beat, I guess, and I showed it to her. I'm like, can you like think
Sing
of
yeah.
doing something on it? She liked it, and then she wrote something on it, and we made it into a song.
Okay.
It's actually still a cool song. I
Yeah.
mean, mix wise, it's like I've gotten worlds better
Yeah.
at dealing with that. But
But
it's,
you have to
it's a
start
cool
somewhere
vibe.
to- yeah.
I'm still proud of it. And
Yeah.
that was, I think, one of the first collaborations I did with vocals. And from then on, I met Jean. From there on, and I don't know. It was I guess I was shy, anyways. But I
Yeah.
was like, she's a great singer. She
Yeah.
respects me as a musician, and I was like, hey, I have a beat.
Yeah.
You want to listen to it? And she did, and that's that. I mean, I guess in a way it takes confidence to talk to people.
Yeah, to reach out to
but,
people and
I just was, I guess, fortunate to have a lot of great singers as friends.
yeah.
So it wasn't that, I wasn't like putting myself
Yeah,
out there
yeah,
and
I
being
understand.
judged.
Okay.
I also think that because it also happened that I made something and they were like, yeah, cool, but
Yeah, they
then they
already
didn't dig it
Yeah.
or something. And it's also a learning curve for you to accept that, like for you to deal with neglecting, like, what is it? Negation? No.
Rejection?
Rejection. Thank you very much.
Negligation.
Negligation. Our English
Dictionary.
correspondent.
You didn't have it either.
Yes. Anyways.
Yeah, I feel like you do deal with that a lot. I feel like just in music generally, you have to collaborate with people, so you are always like reaching out to people. Sometimes people want to work with you, sometimes you get rejected, but I feel like it's just a part of like doing something because you're not doing this alone. You're always.
Right.
Do you ever put out stuff alone, or is it always in collaboration?
I've done. I mean, I've put out a lot of stuff by
Yeah.
myself a long time ago. Exactly like when I was around the age of 15, 16, I did a lot of like Herbie Hancock inspired
Beats? Wow.
with like
Herbie Hancock
LA
type beat.
Yes, kind of.
Did you put them on like YouTube and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, some stuff are like not that like not comparable to Herbie Hancock, not in
Yeah.
any ways. But like I was like inspired to have like a simple beat with piano and like piano solo in there or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I did stuff like that, and they kind of gathered a little bit of views too
Yeah.
because it was on like back then it was called or it's still called glitch hop. This type of music.
Okay.
It's like a hip hop beat.
Yeah.
Kind of hip hop tempo
Yeah.
with a lot of glitch and electronic sounds in it.
Yeah.
So that's why they call it glitch hop.
Shop. Okay.
And yeah, that was actually, I sent it to a YouTube channel. They liked it a lot.
Yeah.
They uploaded it. They had a lot of subscribers and it got like views. I'm
Okay.
like, holy shit. So back then I was still going under the name Asat, like
Okay.
as in Asatrian, but
Yeah.
without the RIAN.
Yeah.
Asat.
Okay.
And I did some stuff.
That's a cool name, honestly, like a stage name.
Yeah, and then some people made joke like fun of it because it was Assad or whatever back
Okay.
then, the dictator and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't want to be
I
connected
have friends
to that.
named that, so it's like.
Yeah, I guess but in Austria, being the
understand.
only guy whose name is Asatrian, and then
Right, okay. Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah, sorry, any
Yeah.
Assads out there.
But now when you do make music, well, I know Exea, but other than like when it's just you making music, do you just do Erik Asatrian? What do you do? Like, how do you?
I mean, right now I'm not making any music just by myself
Okay.
because I'm fully involved in projects where I have to be, there.
Yeah.
I don't think that I could make everything work if I have my own thing going on
Yeah.
as well. What I do really want to do at some point is again do like a piano project or like have something more piano related.
Yeah.
and maybe also something production related by myself. But it's not like I'm missing out
Yeah.
on any, like, I'm happy with
With
what I
what
do,
you're doing, yeah.
and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot, and I feel like in these projects, it's also part of me which is in
Yeah.
there. So it's not that I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm missing out on my artistic
Yeah.
vision. Sure, every now and then I'm thinking, it could be cool to do this or this, and maybe the partner whom I'm collaborating in that project is not agreeing.
Yeah.
I just stick it in
In the back
of
your
my
head
head.
for one day when you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel like that is a thing when you're even when you're in a group and stuff. Like sometimes everyone's not gonna be okay with the thing you want, so you can just keep it for yourself for after.
Yeah.
It's like
Nobody, and even they might be later.
Yeah.
So what I
That's
do,
true.
what I do when I have a session and the person next to me is not vibing the chords or the sound, whatever, but I'm really digging it.
Yeah.
In Ableton is really easy. You just drag and drop the MIDI file into like your folder. It saves all like the sound and the MIDI information. I have like a folder called chords and
Okay.
shit. Basically, I think that's what it's called, chords and shit.
Okay.
And then every now and then I just go through them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I might also just sneakily, take it back when I have another
Not
session.
saying
And then they're like, oh, this is cool. I'm like,
Oh.
really?
Oh.
You think so?
Have you done that with Zara?
Sorry, no.
Okay. I
No.
was trying to create drama, it didn't work.
No.
It's-
Because
No.
I feel like I remember when
Yeah.
something that I didn't like.
yeah.
Yeah. No, Zara is very
Yeah.
straightforward.
When did you guys start working with Zara? That's what I wanted to ask you.
We started.
2023 summer.
Okay, so two
So like
years ago.
like
basically.
seriously.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, kind of, more or less. And it was a little bit of a, like, I remember she wanted to do stuff at some point, but then I'm like, okay, do you write like lyrics, and have you done stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, she hadn't done it so much, so it was, I couldn't also write lyrics for her.
Yeah.
I have not done that. And I remember I bought her a lyrics book for Christmas. I'm
Really?
The Minion.
no. The Minion. You're a minion.
Banana.
Yeah, it's okay. Lyrics. Ole lola.
Which one?
I think it was kind of the friend of a poet or something like that. I remember. I
That's a
don't
nice
even know
gift.
if you did. Like,
Did
it
you?
looks like it didn't do what it should have done.
But she still started writing lyrics at least.
Yeah, no. But I remember you said, "Hey, it's a cool book, and there are some cool exercises in there." Anyways, it doesn't really matter. I guess it's
Okay.
more.
My brain is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she then like started writing on, YouTube beats or whatever.
Yeah.
And back then I have phases where I'm like, oh no, this is too simple
Yeah.
of music. I cannot do this.
Yeah.
And then eventually I made something, or like she had a song, and then we tried to make something out of it,
Mm.
and it worked,
Yeah.
weirdly enough.
So it's actually pretty recently that you guys started to collaborate.
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, I think you started making your first songs 2.5 years ago anyways. It wasn't like
Yeah,
much before.
No, it was like in summer 2022, and then I moved to Paris. But I do like type beats and put it on
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, it was necessary for her to go through something like
Yeah.
I did too with my
To
stuff.
kind of find how she does stuff.
For her to be like, oh, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would have been we
You
have-
imposing.
Yeah, me being like, okay, we sing this melody. I wrote you lyrics, which
Yeah.
like,
You wouldn't do.
I didn't obsess over years over lyrics. So
Yeah. You know your skill set. You have a different. So you collaborate
Yeah.
with people who have like a
Exactly.
complementary.
that's why I also don't sing
Yeah.
lyrics, only choirs.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask you about Exea because that's also a thing with where you guys kind of mix two styles. So I wanted you to kind of explain how that started and what Exea is.
Mm-hmm. So Exea basically is a project I have with my girlfriend where her name is Emma. My
Shout
name
out.
is Erik Asatrian, and then
Why does she only have one name and you have your name and last name? That's
yeah,
the.
no comment. No, because she went as Emma,
Emma.
before she met
Okay.
me, and I was going as Erik Asatrian.
Yeah. Okay.
And some graphic designer once made a logo for us, like cover art,
Yeah.
and which is really dope. Siggy, shout out. Really
A
cool
lot of
guy.
shout outs. I'm gonna tag all these people.
Yes,
Find their
tag all of
accounts.
them. And so he was like, "Why don't you guys call yourselves Exea?" I'm like, that sounds so much cooler than
Yeah.
Emma featuring Erik Asatrian.
Yeah. That was
So I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
That's
and,
nice.
And so the name comes from that.
Mhm.
The idea was I was into electronic music, drum and bass and stuff like that, mostly drum and bass. And we met where she wanted to make like acoustic music, like
Mhm.
piano and vocals duo. Like
And you transformed her into the
yes,
side.
I slowly lured her into the dark side of
Yeah.
electronics.
Mhm.
And yeah, she's really into R&B and soul stuff, like 2000 stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of, we found our niche, I guess.
Mhm.
But we're also trying to not stagnate and this is us fully, but
Yeah.
like always try stuff.
It's still evolving. Like it's not like
Yeah.
this is the style you're doing right now, but like
We have other songs
Yeah.
which are a bit different.
Okay.
I would still say our core, our strengths are that in that scene we come from being like professional musicians. Like
Yeah.
we were very active musicians, anyways. So we know all the music theory behind
Yeah.
stuff. So we have that we can mix with it, and so yeah, that's what we currently do. We have a label in London, Solvent Records. Shout out.
shout out.
Lovely people.
How did you get on the label?
So we were, I mean, when we made the first few songs or like demos, I was just texting around people,
Yeah.
really not believing that there would be an answer
Yeah.
back or a mail back, and then through another singer called Charlie Briggs, shout out.
So many people I have to tag.
My girlfriend Emma, she had like a course with her,
Okay.
and she was like, "Oh yeah, everybody who participates in the course, just send me your demos."
Yeah.
So we sent her. She was like, "Oh, this is dope. I'll send it to this label,"
Oh wow.
and the label then got connected with us. And so we have the label. I mean, we're, doing projects with them.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna
they're
say
really nice
because
people.
the people I've interviewed so far have all kind of been like independent, and I was gonna say, how do you think having a label affects you? Like, does it like make you more strict with the amount of work you do, or like it helps you with like what's the role of the label?
I think it differs quite a lot when it comes to, first of all, genre, or just
Yeah.
different labels are different.
For your label, I would say then.
Yeah,
specifically.
no, because I was independent before.
Yeah.
Until then, it was very much like, oh yeah, sure, let's make music.
Yeah.
And having a label with actual deadlines, which are not self-imposed.
Yeah.
Self-imposed deadlines also work. Don't get me wrong; they're amazing, but
Yeah.
if you have to deliver
Yeah.
for somebody, and also they are paying for
Pay-
stuff
yeah.
for you, you're like, I better get
You
my
have
shit
to
together.
do it. Yeah.
And it's just a good motivation to get
Yeah.
your act together and become an actual professional.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I feel like we throw around the term quite a lot to be a professional musician.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
yeah. What it
I
means to
think
actu-
what it takes,
Yeah.
especially if you don't have a label and you want to be independent professional musician, it's like so many hats you have to wear.
Yeah.
Be your own manager, booking
Yeah.
manager. You cannot. You have to have a team around you,
Yeah.
right?
That's what we were talking about in the other episodes with the people I was talking with. When you are independent, it's this thing where like you have to do all this stuff that you're not even focusing on the music part that much. Like you have to focus on everything else. And I feel like probably you still do wear a lot of hats, even if you do have a label, but it's lessened at least a bit.
It you know what it is? It gives you also confidence that people believe in you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, although it's great to not give a shit about any opinion, just do your thing because it's gonna be good anyways if you just do it. But it just is a nice, boosting factor to be like, oh, because they bring it to people who listen to that music, and then you get positive feedback from those people. Suddenly, you check your Instagram and people you were fans of started following you. I know this is all like dopamine shit and whatever, and not that important in the end, but it's
still stuff that you feel like
it boosts your confidence. You want to do it more.
Yeah.
So it's in a way it just gives you a little bit of a family boost, like if you're lacking that type of boost from your actual family
then
is
have
great. I mean, I love. Family is great.
Of course.
No, not
but the label.
But the label.
That's the real family.
Not comparable.
No, but I do think. No, I understand what you're saying, and I do think it probably helps with the professional musician aspect, having other people who are working to get your music across to more people. Definitely is a thing where like you're not doing this. It's not just for fun. It's like you're doing something, and it's other people are actually working to get it reached. Like it. I don't know, in a way, even though it's maybe not the best to tie your confidence to that, it does give you confidence in a way, like it's worth spreading the music that you make.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you guys tour? Like, do you do like live?
We haven't like toured yet in a way where you expect a tour to be. We just played a few places. That's the one thing which is interesting for me because like that music, drum and bass music specifically, is like so produced and so overly crowded with electronics and stuff that the only real way, at least mainstream way, to perform that music is to DJ and then sing to it to the DJ. And I don't know if the music has been produced not with the mindset of let's perform it live. Then it's sometimes you have this really big gap of what do we do?
Yeah,
because
it's already produced.
It's already produced. You will not make it sound better.
Yeah,
like you've
to done
so
much to have the final version. Why would you do it? Yeah,
you have to accept that it's gonna be way different either, or you just do the simple setup of DJ. And not saying that that's like bad or anything.
Yeah.
That's also really cool, and that's another skill I wanna learn more and more to DJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a few gigs every now and then, not real tours yet.
So most of your time right now is still kind of producing at home and teaching?
Yeah, most of the time I'm teaching. This is my main job.
That's what I wanted to ask about also a bit, like what you teach exactly.
Right. So I teach officially, the title is pop keyboards.
Okay.
and production. So, I mean, basically, it's exactly what it says.
Yeah.
The focus is on, well, I guess pop music, you could say, but also I give my students a lot of inputs regarding how to handle a keyboard and to create the sounds on it and stuff. Because I feel like a lot of great jazz pianists and stuff, like they're like, as soon as you give them an chord stage and they have to like do a sound, they're like, what is a filter, what is an oscillator? Not saying all of them, by far not, but it's the common thing that they can play everything and they're amazing at playing, but simple, like very simple stuff, and they're overwhelmed with. So that also production again, I'm like, showing you how to make a beat and make your own demos, stuff like that, which I think is getting more and more common anyways. Yeah. And that's mostly what I teach.
That's nice. So you do enjoy teaching, like it's kind of giving back all the stuff that you've learned.
Yeah, no, it does. It does in a way. Obviously, it really depends on the the obsession and motivation of the student.
Yeah, of course.
If, I mean, we all know when you wanna tell somebody something and the person is not interested at all.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's also interesting for me to understand how to deal with that, because at the end of the day, they want the grade,
Yeah.
and I'm the guy who gives them the
Yeah.
grade. So I can choose how to deal with that.
Yeah.
And what I figured is a human nature in general, including me, I mean, including anybody, is that if you force yourself to spend time with something, I mean, forcing is not a great word, but let's say you're forcing yourself to spend time with anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Mhm.
You're going to be more interested in that after you force yourself to spend the time with it than before. That means, I don't know, give me an example. Anything. Can be anything.
Cooking.
Right. Yeah, I know, I'm interested with cooking. But let's say glasses.
Ah.
Because it could be super
Okay.
random. Let's say a glass. If I look at the glass, I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's a glass, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can use it to drink and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I actually look when I look one YouTube video,
Yeah.
watch one YouTube video of how they made this like glass cup, like, oh my god, this is cool.
Yeah.
I'm
You appreciate it.
already more interested in it than before, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, in this case, I chose to watch the video by myself. But if you have a teacher to tell you, no, you have to do this
Yeah.
assignment, you spend time with the assignment.
Yeah.
Now you associate yourself a little bit with that
Yeah.
assignment. That's how video games work, you know?
I feel like that's what happened kind of with you with jazz when you said first you were blindly kind of
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
yeah.
But
You're 28?
yes.
You're 28 years old, but you're already doing so much and you have become a professional musician. What would be like your words of advice? Or even to your younger self, like
To my younger self, just stick to what you like, and maybe in regards to that, always do your best. Try to do your best, and try to not take so many things personal. That's something I still work on, but that would be an advice I would give everybody. But yeah, mostly just do what you love doing, and if you don't have anything you love doing yet, just force yourself to do something for a little while. Maybe you just might start loving it. Because I feel like we live in a world where we very soon give up on things because our nervous system is not as fast as a computer.
yeah.
So maybe to sum it up, do what you love doing in a very obsessed way.
Mm.
And if you don't have anything you love yet, try something for a longer period and try to be
Yeah.
obsessed
Actually
about
give it the time to like dig deep into
Yes.
it, as you kind of said. Yeah.
Let your nervous system understand the mechanics of it
Mm.
and let it be second nature.
Yeah. One last question. Do you ever
Yeah.
think you would like lose your mind if you're getting too obsessed over something? Like if you do 2 or 3 days of kick drums, wouldn't that kind of drive you crazy at some point, or no? That's the life you live.
Regarding specifically like cake drums now, I don't think so. I think I would like it.
Mm.
Yeah, more like you know, because cake drums it's such an isolated element.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to just explore so much.
Yeah.
But obsessed with, for instance, a kick drum of an existing song you have to finish. Yes, because there you're trying to like, you know, imagine Tetris, and then you have to find the perfect piece and fit it in there. And there it happened to me a few times already, where I had my project as it was, and I was like listening through it to finish it, and I'm like, oh no, the kick drum doesn't work, or the snare doesn't work. Like I have to change it, and then change it, and it still doesn't work, and still doesn't. And then in the end, I came back to the first.
To the
snare,
original,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, this works.
It was fine. Yeah.
So yeah, there
Yeah,
I feel
okay.
like, but it's necessary because if you don't do that, you don't realize that you might overthink.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you
No, thank
for
you.
being with us, and thank you, Zara, again.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for
Any
having
last
me.
words?
Subscribe to the Selopods.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. I love that you're fixing everything.
I'll just play some more of the lick.
Okay.
The Turkish girl and the Armenian man sitting on a couch. One has a.
One, two, three, four.
Hello, welcome to Selopod. Hello, Erik.
Servus.
So I want to ask you: do you like going to raves? Are you a raver? Getting cold.
I like raves. The problem is they're happening so late at night.
And you don't like drugs?
sleep. Drugs, I mean, you know, sugar is also a drug.
Yeah.
Alcohol is a drug.
Okay, maybe I'm not that happy with my question. Next question. Speaking. Tell me some. Describe me in 3 words, and don't be mean.
Spontaneous. What else? What else are you? Loving. Stubborn. / loyal. I know there were 4, but
Wait, stubborn? You said
yeah.
that's one. Stur?
Yes.
Depends, but yeah, I can see it.
I mean, I'm too.
Okay. How do you say?
But you're gonna say something about
Yeah.
me? No. Oh, okay. I didn't ask, but yeah, sure.
Good one.
No,
You don't
no,
wanna-
no, go ahead, go ahead.
He like listening, like you're.
I can listen.
No, but no, not that you can listen, but you like take in information. You actually hear. You actually hear me. I feel like you hear
Okay.
what I'm saying.
It's turning into a therapy session.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop then. Goodbye. Thank you, everyone. Great. Voilà.